Hey everybody, it's Sadie the Wind Sage, and welcome back to Let's Play Kindred Spirits on the Roof post-game. In the last episode, we took care of Miki's events. And in this episode, we'll be taking care of Kitty's events! Yeah, I got it right this time. Not that that's too much of an achievement, because I literally just recorded Miki's episode like 2 seconds ago, and I just kind of remembered it was here. Also, there's not really that many left, so you know, it's at this point it's kind of like hope I just remembered. I mean, at this point it's just kind of like I hope I remember these at this point. But yeah, that being said, we're gonna be diving into Kitty's events. So yeah, this is, and also like kind of last, one of the last of the couples really, because after this we got pretty much main characters from here on out. I mean, whether you count Hina or not as a main character, as like a secondary character, it's kind of up for debate, but we have Yuna and Hina and the Kindred Spirits left to take care of pretty much. After Sona and Kiri, but yeah. Honestly, I've put these pretty much towards the end for a while. Like, I'm really, again, this is still probably my favorite couple, and I'm looking to see how much maybe these Apple events expand them. If it expands them at all. It might really not expand them. It's also kind of interesting because they're also one of the only other couples that hooked up in a like decent point in the hooked up at like a decent point in the story, as they hooked up around the halfway point, as opposed to like near the end, which most of them did. And they, they kind of like lingered throughout the remainder of the story and didn't like drop off early, kind of like the Umi and Sasa did. So, well, but I feel it had a good pace in the story, so it's kind of good, because maybe we'll see, a few like before and a few after for each of them. But regardless, let's dive right in, shall we? Math Club, this one's called. It's bad enough I was even starting to think stalker and trading thoughts like that. Okay, that was another thing I kind of like really liked about kind of Kiri herself, is that Kitty's weird. That she's kind of some of her lines are kind of random, and it's done kind of well enough where I feel it's kind of like, it's not necessarily like mood whiplashy. It's works well in being pretty funny. Sorry if I'm yawning a lot. It's a bit late, or it's a bit late when I'm recording. I tend to record kind of in the night anyway, because I'm funnily enough a little more energized in the night than during the day. But yeah. So yeah, Kitty has these lines that are just kind of random, and I feel they're just not too random to be confusing, but random enough to be funny. That being said, I'm pretty sure this is also before Kiri realized her feelings for Sono. And by that I mean that like mental breakdown she had in the bathroom that one episode. Wow, that is kind of stalker in training thoughts, honestly. But wait, did I miss something? Wait. Sensei's gonna go talk to the nurse, okay? Was that just Sono trying to get out of the room, or just like concern for Kitty? I guess either way it works. I just like how you see like Sono in the corner, he just creeps close and then she just leaves. I'm pretty sure that would, on normal regulations, be enough to shut it down anyway. A club with literally just one member in it usually does not keep afloat. Like, don't you need usually like four or five, like for even to like to be enough to just start one? Well, I'm actually surprised she's being so like forward with it. Where other people, I guess maybe I'm used to kiss for the petals, where Reese's just a little tsundere about stuff like, would be a little tsundere about stuff like that. But it's here, like Kiri's she's just very honest, blunt, straight, and to the point, I guess. Wow, Kitty can really just fly off the handle at times. Jeez. You know, it's funny because when you first meet her in story, like I get this impression. You know, you get this impression that she's like a very serious character. Like, you know, she has her like very serious moment. You know, she has her very serious moments and generally does put up a serious front. But when it comes to Soto, it's just like whoop. She just almost completely flies off the handle, and it's quite entertaining to see, honestly. That being said, I do like this couple more than just for Kiri being funny. Is Kitty just very easily excitable or something? I swear she did not like. I swear she was quite a bit more serious in main story. It's almost like we're a real club. Funny she says that when you're pretty much supposed to be one. Yeah, we are a real club. Yeah, exactly. I watched the respect and patience drain from Sensei's eyes. Wow. Was Kiri just this, like, absolutely freaking nuts in Maid's story? I remember her being a bit more serious. Not to the point where I feel at least I feel she was, like, you know, serious enough to at least to the point where Sona wouldn't lose patience to her. Sona wouldn't lose her patience, but yeah. I guess I just want to monopolize you. Jeez, never heard of a monopoly on one person, or a monopoly on people for that matter. But yeah, that was a pretty interesting scene. I feel just, you know, it does a good job doing what it needs to, and that's just setting things up. And actually, I feel it's a decent scene for another. I feel it's a pretty good scene for another reason too, because the summer festival, the summer festival scene. Okay, so the summer festival scene for Sona and Kiri, all the way in. Actually, it's not August, but it's a little later than that. Hop. It's a pretty simple name, just Hop. But I believe it's in. Yeah, it's in September, because that's also the scene where they or that's also the event where they become one. But yeah, let's just move past that for now. That one's a very interesting scene there because that's a very interesting scene there because an interesting contrast to this scene because also, if you hear barking, just don't mind that. That's my dog. He just does that from time to time. But yeah. Kind of focusing what I was saying. It's an interesting contrast how she's like that, where she's just like she's kind of says that she kind of wants to like I guess putting in her words, monopolize Sono a little bit. She wants to just kind of like just be with Sono, and again she pretty much is shameless to admit that was pretty much her only reason for joining the math club. But you contrast that with her scene in September, where I don't remember it perfectly, so forgive me if my memory's a little rusty on the scene, where they're kind of talking and they kind of mention how it seems like they have someone who wants to join the club, and Kiri actually seems like really happy about that. Now, like their club will kind of be growing, and she kind of, I guess, takes pride in it a little. Again, I don't remember the scene completely, but I remember it a little bit, or at least hopefully enough. But it is kind of an interesting contrast to see like how she was in the beginning and how she kind of, I guess that's a bit of a maturity moment for her. Anyway, with that out of the way, we still got at least, I feel, 2 more events probably. Anyway, hop. I don't get the significance of the name, but I guess it's just hop. That being said, yeah, this is during summer camp. What the heck does "ah" mean in this context? I guess she means like let out her frustration. She's like screaming or something, but she can't scream, so she needs to find another way to do it. Is that what she means? Kiri does not always make sense. Either that or I'm just missing something, but I don't think I am. Hell, you don't even need to be alone. If I, I remember there like, I don't know if it was like, there was kind of a few scenes I believe in main story around. It was after the summer camp arc. Actually, it was after the summer festival arc. Where Kiri would just randomly hug Sona out of nowhere, even if there was people there. I don't really think many people. I don't think people probably just didn't think much of it, but yeah. That's just Kiri being Kiri, I guess. But then again, she usually keeps a pretty like serious and stern outward appearance. Anyway. Start thinking of her as fragile and handle with care. Don't get me started on my height. Yeah, that was another interesting contrast with these two characters that only made Sona, the fact that Sona looked really young for a while, all the more apparent. Because like not only was Sona like pretty short, she was among one of the shortest characters in this game. Like she's right there with Maki and Hina. Jesus, it really is that bad. But Kiri is also, I believe, unrivaled the tallest. Maybe Miki. Miki's also pretty tall too, but then again, that's also her contrast with Maki. But like, yeah, Kiri is pretty tall, so it's just kind of it becomes more apparent, honestly. You know, just having an odd little catchphrase at the end does not make you cute by default. It's like those people who try to like sound cute by saying desu at the end of their sentences. It's not cute, it's annoying, damn it. I don't even know what desu's supposed to be. I just know that like I swear if I hear people just start saying that at the end of all their sentences, I start to get really annoyed. I wonder if that was what it was supposed to be. If her like a little hop thing right there that's what it was supposed to be. Just if it's supposed to be a joke on frickin' Desu, but yeah. Yeah. Saki. I get that she's trying to just, you know, I guess she's just I guess she's just trying to be funny right now, but she, and it is funny, but it's like it's kind of just like it's funny, but sadly at Katie's expense. Keep calm and carry on, meow. I guess it is kind of weird I guess it is a little weird for Aki to just kind of make a joke, I guess. Okay, so that was that was honestly a pretty good scene. It's also like it's also just kind of I guess a better scene in showing just I feel like why I feel like Sono. Wait, was that it? No, that I'm missing something. Was that it? Like 35 minutes and I think 2 events. Was that it? What the hell? No, that okay. Let me go through them all again. Hina, Megumi, Yuna, Sono, Sachi, Umi, Maki. Wait, what the? Only 2 events? What the hell? Jeez. I guess so. Anyway, I guess we'll just end things off here. 35-minute part. That still worked out. But you know, again, I guess I'll just say it this way. That scene was, again, that scene also showed a pretty good like a balance in like a balance in Kiri's character, you know, her balancing the kind of seriousness a bit with the kind of just in general her like the comedic side of her. And yes, I'm still looking because I'm in some sort of odd denial of that cannot have been it. Like, what the hell? Well, I guess that is it, so alright. I guess that helps. I am recording a few more parts tonight, so it's well, I mean, I guess they did get quite a bit of like, again, I feel they did do they did have a good bit of exposure during main story, so I guess it balances out. So next time on Kindred Spirits on the Roof post game, we'll be covering Sona's events. So I'll see you guys then.